a side of me you've never seen. My evil twin, otherwise known as NormMacdonald, joins me for an evening of comedy, revelry, and fashion tips. Also with us, comedian David Spade. Join me along with me and David Spade. We're all next on Larry King Live. Welcome to Larry King Live. Tonight, a very special guest, the Iron Horse of broadcasting. Larry King is with us. Larry, welcome.
An honor to be with you, Larry.
Well, welcome to the show.
This is strange, isn't it?
It's strange, but it's good.
I'm very proud to be... I've always wanted to guest with you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird.
Good to be on the other side of the desk.
Yes, good to see myself. You know, now I'm starting to talk like you talk like me. All right, what's the question?
The first question is, Larry, you've done it all. You've interviewed everybody from Sadat to... Who's another guy?
And name it, Clinton.
Sadat to Clinton, all through the years. What is the key to being a good interviewer?
The key?
The key to being a good interviewer.
Is being a good listener.
What was that? A listener. You have to listen.
You have to listen to the answers,
Listen.
which gives you the next question to ask.
The next question to ask.
In other words, if you're a good listener, you ask me, like, who was your favorite?
I see, all
and then
right.
I answer, and it surprises you. So you say, why? Or what did he do that made him your
I
favorite?
see, all right.
You got to be engrossed.
Engrossed in the guest.
Subject. Yes, the guest counts.
The guest is everything.
Not the host.
Not the host.
The guest counts. I'm the guest.
Fair enough.
Host
well,
me.
Then let me ask you this. Of all the people that you've ever interviewed over the years, how many people would you say you've interviewed?
40,000.
40,000.
That's what they figure 40 years, about 1,000 people a year.
40,000 guests. Now, who was the physically ugliest guest you ever encountered? The ugliest.
Ugliest.
The Elephant Man. You ever interviewed the Elephant Man?
No, we tried.
He was ugly.
But we didn't do. We almost had Siamese twins once.
Really?
Didn't do them.
You're saying Siamese twins are ugly?
They were connected at the head.
And that
would have been difficult.
Not attractive to you?
No.
Would you marry a Siamese twin?
Now stop that. I didn't come here to be insulted.
No, but...
All right.
So you never interviewed
I'm
the
trying
Elephant
to think if you asked... No, I did not interview the Elephant Man. I'm trying to think of the ugliest man I have ever interviewed. The ugliest man. Who's the guy who produces Saturday Night Live?
Lorne Michaels.
That's the man.
Yes, I've met him. He is a
hard to look at.
Not easy on the eye.
No, not. Hard to interview people like that.
Not easy on the eye. So you're saying, Larry King, that you find conjoined twins ugly?
At the head, yes.
At the head, they're ugly.
At the hip, they're not ugly. But at the head, it's grotesque.
It's grotesque.
Don't you think it's grotesque?
No, I find all humans beautiful.
Larry, that's why we love you.
That's right.
Oh, what now?
Now, let me ask you this.
What?
You are a very happily married man now.
Very.
How many times have you been married?
6.
6 times, and now...
Finally.
6 is the charm.
The right girl came along. Shauna.
A lovely
Shauna. I call her Shauna because it's like...
And how long have you been married?
7 months.
7 months, which is a record.
No, this is the first... I've been married, Larry, but I've never been married.
Married.
This is married.
Married like...
She's my friend, like I love her.
I see. That's what Clinton says about his wife, isn't it?
I came to the show expecting the best. I didn't expect to be humiliated this way.
Well, let me ask you this, Larry. You're married.
Yes.
6 months.
Yes, 7 months.
7 months.
See, you gotta listen.
Okay, 7 months it's been. And yet, you started necking with Marlon Brando on the air. What's that all about?
Marlon grabbed me. It was him, not me.
So it was him.
It was him.
He kissed you.
Out of nowhere, he kissed me on the lips.
Oh, my Lord.
And I tell you the truth.
He was aroused.
I can't stop thinking about him.
Was he aroused?
Was he aroused?
That's a journalistic question.
That's correct. And if Ed Bradley's here, I'll have him ask it. I had no idea. I was shocked, Larry, when he did that.
Shocked when Marlon Brando kissed you?
Absolutely. Wouldn't you be?
I would enjoy it.
Are you? Never mind.
Am I Larry King gay? Was that your question?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yes. I'll come out of the closet right now. On your show, I, Larry King, Irreversibly gay.
Irreversibly
Yes,
gay.
that's what the doctors have told me. I had the quintuple bypass, and then they said there's a slight side effect.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell, exactly.
All right, what's next? What do you have another
What's next? Let me think. Quick question, favorite SNL performer of all time?
SNL?
Saturday Night Live.
My favorite Saturday night performer of all time. Norm Macdonald's way up there. He's going to be on the show tonight.
He's terrific.
He's funny.
Very funny.
Why is he leaving?
Why is he leaving what?
Why is he leaving Saturday Night Live?
Well, I don't know too much
You got to
about
listen to answer. You don't like him, do you?
I don't care for him.
Belushi was way up there.
Belushi.
But if I had to pick a McDonald, Belushi, very strong. And the guy, Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller, terrific.
Right,
Terrific.
bright, intelligent.
Very bright, intelligent.
We have about a minute left to my portion of Guess With You, because
Minute
I've
left.
got to go.
Well, I wanted to bring up one thing. Not only are you master of the medium of TV, you also write a column in USA
right.
Today.
I do, every Monday.
I have it with us.
Yes.
I have it with us. Every Monday, you write a column for USA Today.
Correct.
And you read USA Today?
Yes.
Terrific paper.
Right.
Terrific paper. Now, I've got your Monday, April 6th column. I'd like to quote something for you. Here you say, Kathy Bates is sensational in primary colors.
Yes.
Still feel that way?
Why would I change? You mean, on reflection, she's not sensational?
So you're saying on reflection, she's not sensational?
No, I'm saying Thanks for having me on.
Wait, I have another one.
Which one?
It says here, I haven't seen kids shooting marbles in years.
I haven't.
Still feel that way? Now, what about this one? For my money, of all the guests I've ever interviewed, the Elephant Man was the ugliest. Did you not tell me you never interviewed the Elephant Man?
And so, one of us is lying, in print or on the air.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Larry King, good to have you with us, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Starr.
And we will be back. We'll return with David Spade, a funny man, and Norm Macdonald, an even funnier man. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is CNN. I'm watching you, CNN. I wouldn't want to say that. Anyway, we're back with Norm Macdonald. Terrific comedian, great talent, and he was with us at the beginning. Do you like doing me?
Yeah. It's hard after. I don't know how you take off all those, the fake nose and everything like that. Takes a long time.
Yeah, that was a big... I mean, it was a hoot for me to sit here and see someone doing you, because you see it like it's like looking in a mirror. You got it down.
Yeah, and you like looking in a mirror, right?
Would you stop? Come on to somewhere. Stop being sarcastic.
No, I'm not being sarcastic.
Okay. What do you think of David Spade?
David Spade is great. I watched that show. Just do it. Just take a, what is it? Just
take the hit.
You know what?
Take the hit.
That's the name of his show with
That's
George
the name
Spiegel?
Of his special.
Oh, but what's the name of the show?
No, just shoot
Spiegel?
me.
You have to look at everything.
No, just shoot me.
Have you ever seen that show?
Just shoot me. I've seen twice. I love that show.
George Spiegel. Who's greater than that? That guy's hilarious.
He's hilarious. When he was the banjo.
Yeah. Conrad Janis behind him.
Yeah, not bad.
Backing
You're pretty
him
sharp, McDonald. Why did you leave Saturday Night Live?
Well, they didn't
Come on, tell us the true story.
Oh, the true story?
Not the show business story.
Not
the humble story.
Okay, I was going to fabricate the tissue of lies. No, I left because I did this thing where I did the fake news, the pretend news on the show. And then...
they call that, what are the news?
They call that the weekend report of, yeah.
Right.
So what happened was the president of the network, he phoned me up and he said...
Don Ohlmeyer.
Don Ohlmeyer. And he said that he didn't like me. He didn't know I was funny. So he's the president of the network,
So he took you off that bit rather than the whole show?
Rather than the
took you off
whole
that
show.
bit.
Yeah. But I didn't really do anything else on the show, so I just like doing that.
But you came back to do me.
Yeah, that's right.
That was, everybody was shocked. They thought you were gone, and then you began the show with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you hurt at getting that call?
Oh, no, I was thrilled.
Why? You'd never been fired quite like that before?
No, I've been fired before. Like, I used to have a lot of jobs. I worked in a chicken joint for a while. I had a lot of bad jobs before I got into show business.
You mean you worked like in Kentucky Fried Chicken or something?
Yeah. No, not Kentucky Fried Chicken, but the Chicken Shack. They're just a little place in Canada. But they fired me. but they didn't say I wasn't funny.
What, do you think it was because you kidded things about Simpson a lot, and Don Ohlmeyer and Simpson are very close friends?
Don Ohlmeyer and Simpson apparently are
very close. Have been
best buddies. Yeah. And O.J. Simpson loves. Maybe I hope he really loves Don Ohlmeyer.
Here you go again. So you left bitterly then?
No, I didn't leave bitterly. I mean, because I don't care, you know. It's just a job.
You don't really care?
No, I don't care, because the guy, it doesn't matter if people think you're funny. It only matters if the boss guy, dude, thinks you're funny, right? Like, everybody could love you, right? But if Ted Turner hates you,
goodbye, Larry.
Right?
So he owns the camera.
That's right. Whoever owns the camera calls the shots.
But you got a lot of publicity off that, a lot of attention, and everybody is now saying, what's Norm going to do next?
Yeah.
Which is a plus.
Yeah.
What is Norm going to do next?
Next?
Next.
After this?
You're out of Saturday Night Live now?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to do now?
Well, I got a movie coming out, so that'll be good.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's called Dirty Work.
Don Rickles is in that movie.
Yeah, right? You know that.
Because I saw Don, and he told me he was making this movie that's hysterical.
Yeah, he was hysterical. He was funny, man.
What is it about?
It's about me. I play this dude that gets fired, and then
Typecasting.
it worked out. And then, so I get fired. I'm no good at any job, but every time I get fired, I screw over the guy that fired me, you know?
You get even.
I get even. I get revenge. So then I realized that I should just open a revenge for hire business.
Oh, this is the one where you help people get revenge against other people.
Exactly.
That's
like
your agency, like. Instead of an employment agency, detective agency, you help people get even.
Exactly.
Example.
Example of getting even?
Yeah.
Well, let's say like a guy fired you from a show like NBC Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, what would you do?
You would, then my revenge would be I'd plot it out first for months, try to figure out the guy, you know, what his weaknesses and, you know, his foibles are, and study that very closely, and then I would, like, sneak up behind him and kick him in the ass.
We'll be back with more of Norm Macdonald, whose elevator missed many floors.
What?
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
To show you a great batch of luxury automobiles.
Hey, the trunk looks kind of small there, Anton.
It's live. I'm on live TV. Trunk's fine. As you can see, friend, it's not small. It's a big trunk. I'll show you right here.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker.
Hell, I know a dead hooker when I see one.
What's happening? Hey, folks, come on down.
Hey, here's another dead hooker in this trunk.
What?
Oh, my goodness.
What are you doing?
I've never seen so many dead hookers in all my life.
Lord knows I have.
Don't shoot this. This is not part of the commercial.
Is some jerk making your life miserable? You want revenge? Call 555-0187. Let us do your dirty work.
We're back on Larry King Live with the wonderfully talented Norm Macdonald, a Canadian gift to the United States. Where's home to you, L.A.?
L.A., yeah.
And
What?
did you do a lot of stand-up?
I did a little bit of stand-up.
You were a major hit last year at the Radio TV Correspondents' Dinner.
Oh, yeah, I performed for the president.
What was that like?
Well, it was weird because it's the president, and then he gets up and talks for a while. And at that time, he had, like, a bunch of crutches and stuff.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah.
That
He had a
thing with
broken
the leg,
leg.
yeah.
And so he had crutches, and he was handicapped, and he was the president of the United States, so he had a great parking spot. Yeah, real close to the building. And it was odd because he goes up and talks first. It takes forever, you know. They give out awards to D.D. Myers and all these people, you know. And then, so you're sitting there. It takes like, you know, you're sitting on this dais for like an hour before you have to talk. And I was nervous, you know.
Sure, that's a heavy-hitting audience.
Yeah. And I have this technique I use when I'm nervous, you know, which is I drink a lot of booze.
So you're saying you were drunk?
Well, I wasn't drunk, but I was more like really drunk, you know?
You weren't drunk. You were really drunk.
Yeah, I knocked back some whiskey. You know,
So, but you knew you were going over good.
I went over pretty good, yeah. I was a little, you know.
What's
But
it
it was
like?
weird looking around and seeing. I saw you know.
You
were in the
referred
audience.
to me.
I referred
I
to you.
saw you look at the president a few times. Now, what's it like to stand there and the most powerful person in the world is sitting next to you.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make him
Yeah.
laugh.
Well, the most powerful person was on the right to me, Hillary. But it is odd because, you know, the guy could probably have you killed. You know?
One call.
Yeah, he's had a few guys killed, hasn't he? So, you know, you never know. But, you know, some of the jokes you kind of like look over, you know. Like I did one joke about, because he was, you know, sick, you know, with a disability, and I said, like, on the bright side, you know, there's medical marijuana, you know. And then I said, you know, and then I looked at him and I said, for God's sake, sir, you must inhale. It's the only way to get better. And then he kind of looked at me like the same way he probably looked at Vince Foster. And,
do you like, you know, David doesn't like political humor. Doug doesn't like to kid the president.
yeah.
You do.
He doesn't like to what?
Kid a president.
Kid a president.
Yeah, he said he was raised a
Yeah.
certain way, so that he's not comfortable
Right.
making fun of a sitting president of the United
Right.
States.
No, I don't feel that way.
At all, you don't care.
Well, especially depending on the president. If the president is like a guy that dodged the draft and has dirty sex with young girls, then why not kid him, right?
What do you make of the Monica Lewinsky saga?
Well, I think it's horrible. You know, I don't understand why Americans aren't outraged by such a thing. They don't care. They say they're more interested in Dow Jones than Paula Jones.
Well, look,
And they're not interested in Shirley Jones at all.
No, she was a great singer,
She was
too.
great. Why not be interested in
But
her?
most of your compatriots, colleagues in California,
Yeah.
say leave the president alone.
Well,
You're the first one I've heard say, I'm upset by this.
Well, yeah, because they're all liberals.
Ah, you're not.
Well,
Wait a minute. You are a conservative?
I'm apolitical. Apolitical. But I notice a huge liberal bias in comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every joke is... Like I would never do a joke, for instance, that would compare like Pat Buchanan to Hitler or something like that, which I've heard people do.
Liberals do that all the
You
time.
know, and then the audience claps and...
Do we have a great conservative comedian other than you?
A great...
You say you're apolitical.
Conservative comedian?
Yeah.
You got that Mark Russell dude that plays the piano.
He's not a conservative.
But he sings.
Ariana Huffington.
Ariana Huffington, she's funny.
She's funny.
She's got that funny accent. That's always funny to listen to.
So why don't you become the conservative stand-up guy? You'd stand alone.
Yeah, that would be a good
A
idea.
whole new image for you.
The conservative stand-up.
A conservative. Think of it.
Yeah.
We'll ponder that.
I'll tell you about these scandals, though. Did you hear the latest one?
What?
Unbelievable. Because, you know, Clinton, you know, pretty well every woman, you know, has some story. Apparently now, it just came out in the USA Today today. Apparently, when he was governor of Arkansas, this was like 20 years ago or something, apparently one night he got really drunk and he had sex with Hillary.
We'll be back with Norm Macdonald right after this.
File size continues.
Of the world.
A couple of other things with Norm Macdonald, then he'll remain, and David will come back, and the two of them will close the program together. Your brother stayed in Canada and is a foreign correspondent, right?
Yeah, he works in Jerusalem.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Well, is that a good thing? He likes, you know where he likes?
You don't think it's a beautiful, great city?
I've never been to Jerusalem.
Why don't you go visit your brother?
I can't go overseas. So when you go to Jerusalem, like, don't
You
people...
can't go over... Don Ohlmeyer has that much clout. You can't go overseas?
No, I'm afraid to. With all the craziness, you know? You read the newspapers?
Yeah, I do. But your brother covers Jerusalem for the CBC,
Or
right?
the CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting.
Are you going to be part of the Howard Stern show?
What's that?
Are you going to be part of the Howard Stern Saturday night show that's going up against Saturday Night
The
Live?
television show?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Why
I don't
did
know.
you introduce the press conference?
Well, he asked me to the day before, so I said, yeah, sure, I'll introduce you.
But everyone presumed that you, therefore, would be a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a chance to get even, revenge. If the show were a big hit, you could give Don Ohlmeyer a lesson.
Well, you know what they say about revenge?
What?
I don't know. Isn't that... Revenge is a dish best served cold.
What does that mean?
I don't know what it means. I think you're supposed to, like, if somebody gets back at you, serve them a cold dish of chowder.
Oh, I got you. This is getting even.
Yeah. But no, he hasn't spoken with me about it, you know.
Would you want to be part of the Howard Stern Saturday night
The
show?
only thing I'd love to do is a weekend update thing, because I never got a chance to do my last one. Like, I didn't know it was going to be my last one, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. Well, I'm sure Howard will let you do that. That would be a coup for him.
He said he'd like to have me do
So you're going to do a weekend update on the Howard Stern Show. Why don't you just say it? It's not so hard to figure. You will do a weekend update on the Howard Stern Saturday Night Show on CBS-owned stations.
Well, I don't know yet.
What do you mean you don't know? You asked him, he said okay.
No, he asked me.
And you said okay because you want to do it.
I didn't say okay. I said to you, I would love to do a kind of a weekend update thing at some point.
And he said you can.
What are you, tennis star?
No. I'm going to presume you're going to do it.
Okay.
What was it like to write for Roseanne?
Oh, man, that was great. She's like the funniest woman in the world, you know, and, you know, there's only like one.
Did you like comedy writing? Did you like that as much as performing?
I love comedy writing. Like, I've been very lucky. Like, Dennis Miller gave me my first job writing for a show, and he was great, you know, and I got a chance to write.
And you got as big a kick hearing the audience laugh when he said it, something you wrote, as you do when you say it.
Absolutely. As long as I'm writing for, like, guys I think are really funny. Like, Dennis is hilarious. He's a much better writer than me, so when I wrote stuff for him, he would make it funnier. And the same is true of Roseanne, just tremendously funny. It would be very hard to write for someone that just sucks.
Now, when you write for Roseanne, who's doing kind of feminist, offbeat kind of stuff, is that you, or are you enlarging, you know, that seems to me one of the most unique arts, to write for someone else.
Yeah, you have to, like, get into their body.
Right.
And she has a giant body, so it's not that hard to get into. No, I've never been inside Roseanne's body.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so what do? You have to think feminine.
You have to think feminine. You have to think fat, obviously. And you have to think, you have to think like the person.
Was that your big break?
Dennis Miller gave me my first job on his talk show that he had for a couple of days.
Now, how'd you do? You went in and pitched yourself? I mean, how do you get that first break to go on the Dennis Miller show?
Well, the only way I ever got anything is I did stand-up, and some guys would see me, like Roseanne saw me, and Dennis saw me doing stand-up, and they were both, since they were stand-ups, you know, they liked stand-ups, and they were kind enough to give me a job. Otherwise, I never would have gotten a job writing.
Wouldn't you say that part of your great appeal is attitude? You have an attitude.
I do?
Don't you think so?
Well, an attitude is like a negative thing, isn't it?
No. It's a positive thing. Hey, Jack Benny had an attitude.
Jack Benny had a guy.
John Nichols has an attitude.
Yeah, I love that.
You have an attitude.
I do?
See, the thing with I do. This seemingly lack of caring for the sick and the tired and the aged. This seemingly everything rolls off you, Norm.
Well,
you're unusual.
Everything rolls. The guys I've always liked in performing were the guys, when I was a kid, the guys that just didn't care about show business. Dean Martin. Dean Martin
didn't
care.
The great. You're lucky I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back with Norm Macdonald and David Spade.
Yeah.
Don't go away. We're back with our remaining moments on Larry King Live. We bring two of the great talents, both formerly of Saturday Night Live, with us. David Spade is in Los Angeles. Norm Macdonald is here in New York. And now...
Hello, Norm.
Say hello to him.
Hi, David. David and I apparently are having some kind of feud. He left this message on my machine.
So what is this?
What is
David?
I
Did you
don't
not
know.
want to appear with him tonight?
Norm,
Come on, David. Tell us.
I wouldn't pay $300 to have my hair blow dry to be treated like this.
No, your hair is great. I was just...
Do you feel, David, that the star spotlight has been taken away by you, by McDonald tonight?
No, I don't mind. It should be.
Oh, you...
Norm's my buddy. Norm's one of the best guys out there. I've been watching this whole show, laughing my head off. I don't think Larry knows that Norm's a little kooky. And he's got some funny stuff to say.
What do you make of that? He's accusing you of not having all the marbles.
Good Lord.
Are you shocked?
Not having all the marbles? I'll tell you something about marbles. I haven't seen a kid playing marbles for years.
China Syndrome is a great rental.
He's doing my column now. Okay.
Of all the colors, blue is my favorite.
Stop that. Okay.
Where is John Stamos been?
When are you two going to work together? Why don't you do a movie together?
We'd love to. We've been trying to for a long time, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Norm's
Norm's one of the few super funny guys out there that I'm trying to keep up with. He's a blast, and whatever show gets him next will be in great shape.
Well, David, do you think he's going to do a weekend update on the new Howard Stern show?
It seemed like that's what you told him. So
It seems like that to me. I don't know why he's in some sort of denial over this.
Norm's a little tricky, but he's in demand. So I think they'll have him if he wants to do it. And
Maybe Meet the Press will ask you to do it, and he'll come back then.
Meet the Press would be great. Tim Russert, right?
Yeah, you and Tim.
Me and Tim would be a great...
Load of laughs.
You guys lost me.
He doesn't know who Tim Russert
What do
is.
you think about Tim Russert?
He only knows supermodels.
I get blank stares.
Yeah, you.
Hey, listen, Larry, you live next to me in Beverly Hills now. You knew Clampett. You're right next to me.
Clampett.
I just heard you're going to come by
Don't give the address.
We're going to I know where you are. You're by Nate and Al's. My house has a water wiggle out front, and you're going to have to come by and hang out with me.
What is that?
What's a water wiggle?
That's his thing for a supermodel.
What an idiot. You're going to be part of Neighborhood Watch with me, and you're going to hold up your end. I don't care if you're out of town a lot.
Where do you live, Norm?
I live in New York City.
Here, the Gotham.
Yeah, the Big
town.
Apple.
But I've seen you in L.A.
Yeah,
well,
I saw you with
interesting.
Chris Farley in New York.
Yeah, it's
In LA.
Los Angeles, me and Chris
At
Farley.
the Palm.
Yeah, his story doesn't check out, does it, Larry?
No, so you
It's
do
got
live
some
in
holes in it.
I live
Yeah,
in Los
good
Angeles.
observation, Spade.
I'm bi-coastal.
Get it out, Norm.
Bi-coastal, yeah.
Bisexual.
No, what are you doing,
No, I'm
Spade?
kidding. I'm
We've had lots
kidding.
of admissions here tonight. Do you ever miss Saturday Night Live? Both the same question for both of you. David.
I miss hanging out with Norm and some other people there, but I don't miss how hard it was. It was a good 6-year run for me. It was
But you
fun.
don't miss doing the show.
I miss it in pieces. I'd like to host it, but right now, to do it every week, I'm too old now.
Norm?
I've only been gone like 1 week.
But you, unlike David, you were fired.
Yes.
So distance is quicker to have. Do you miss it? All right, did you miss it last Saturday night? Did you watch it? You're stumbling.
I tell you something. I don't. Where I live, I don't get Saturday Night Live.
You know what, Larry? They showed.
I watch Saturday Night Live,
They
but I
showed
don't
Norm.
get it.
Norm was
David,
at home
hey, can
with.
you stop stepping on the joke?
I don't know. I
Me
can't.
and Larry are doing a little vaudeville here.
I'm 2 minutes behind you on a tape delay.
David, what were you going to say?
I just heard the Siamese twins thing. No, I was saying that Norm sits home and there's just montage music and you hear, the road is long, and he's watching 6 TVs in his house.
I used to, when I did the show, I'd always take off right after updates so I could watch the rest of the show at home. You know.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, they want you to stay till the end so you can wave, because everybody waves.
You're
at
not
the
a
end.
waver.
Well, it's odd because sometimes the show sucks. And then at the end of the show, you're out waving like a jackass.
But Norm, sometimes at the first 3 years I was never on and I had to count that as a sketch.
David, thanks very much. Norm, thanks very much.
Thanks, Larry.
I want to thank
Thank you,
Larry
guys.
King for hosting this earlier.
Yeah, Larry
Very
was
good.
great.
Thanks for joining us. See you Monday night. Good night.